So what we want to do now is want to quickly play what they had to say today on Undisputed and why they believe that JJ Redick's name is no longer in the running, and I'm going to come back and react to their comments. Take a listen to them there.
Oh, he right next door to his brother. His brother coaches at ASU.
Yeah, and so I think it was a process of elimination.
Yeah.
And that
okay,
nobody
to your
would touch
point,
it.
this does not pass the smell test for me because all the gambling sites have reported for at least 2 weeks that JJ Redick is a done deal.
What did I tell you?
You said you talked to somebody
And that
inside.
was a month ago.
At least a month ago.
That was a month
Way
ago.
in the beginning.
Said it's not
Because
happening.
Darvin was fired on May the 3rd, and this is June the 6th.
Yeah.
So it's right after a couple of days.
I told you,
after.
Skip. I said it's not happening.
Okay. Well, that apparently is becoming correct. But why would you go through multiple interviews with JJ Redick, and then Borrego, and then Sam Cassell, and then Adelman? That they have interviewed, they sat down with all these, reportedly, I wasn't there, but reportedly multiples with a couple of them, and at least one with the others.
When have they never done that? They've always done that.
Okay.
When they have not. They've always done
Woj is
that.
reporting that the primary focus, the target
That's
from day
always
one, was Dan Hurley. I just find that a little hard to believe because I'm more in Paul's camp, like maybe these things didn't go so well.
Yeah.
Maybe they had JJ in their sights because the Athletic would just, and they're really good at what they do. They've just been flat out reporting it's a done deal because they see the next Pat Riley. I've read it for 2 weeks now.
I believe you.
Okay. Well, I'm just saying, believe them.
I think JJ didn't want the job.
Well, it well could have happened. They could have talked and talked and talked it into oblivion where he finally just said, you know what? There are too many strings attached. You know, you got too many inter-office politics. We've read all the stories about you got the sort of the Kobe clique inside the Lakers and the Magic clique inside the Lakers. And maybe JJ finally said, you know what? I got a really good gig. I'm really enjoying my podcast and my television. And why would I inflict this upon myself? It's highly possible. All the rest of these guys, except for Sam Cassell, I think both of you liked the idea of Sam Cassell, right?
I didn't like it for Sam, no.
Yeah, I like it.
You did not?
I didn't.
Okay, but you
didn't.
do like him.
I do like Sam as a head coach in the NBA, but just not this seat.
Okay, so now you're really down on the job itself.
On the job itself.
Okay.
I just think it's not a great
Even
job
though,
right
to
now.
Key's point, I mean, you walk in the door and you got 2 top 10 players. I think they played like top 10s to me last year.
Yeah, that
Maybe they're hard to juggle and handle.
This is a job, it's a hot seat job.
Yeah.
Hot seat how?
You're on the hot seat. If things don't go well on LeBron-led teams, you're on the hot seat.
So you heard what they had to say. Essentially, what they're saying is they think that JJ Redick withdrew from the coaching interview process because he maybe got fed up with the interview process and probably looked at the situation and said, maybe it's not worth the stress. Now, if you listen to some of the things that Skip Bayless said, he brought up some points that we rarely touch on, which is the various interest groups and the cliques that are within the Lakers organization, the Kobe guys, the Magic Johnson guys. Of course, you have the Clutch Sports guys, and you have all of these people. And there's always been a conversation surrounding the Lakers organization over the last 5 to 7 years of who's really running the Lakers. Is it Jeannie Buss? Is it Rob Pelinka? Is it Kurt Rambis and his friend? Like, there've always been these rumors that are kind of circulated around the Los Angeles Lakers. So for JJ Redick's name to just all of a sudden drop out of the running, and now we're hearing that it's going to be this head coach, it left a lot of us scratching our heads. And what Paul and Skip are saying is that he probably turned down the position because it probably was a little bit too chaotic for him. Now, the question is, could there be some truth to that? Could there have been a scenario in which JJ Redick probably looked at the situation at hand and said, you know what, man, there are too many moving parts, and if this thing goes wrong, it can really go wrong, and they're most likely going to blame it on me. I think that could have played a role. This is just looking at the situation from the outside. We don't know what's happening within the confines of the Los Angeles Lakers organization. And we can understand that because we know that over the last, 4 years, whenever things go wrong, one of the people that the Lakers always usually blame is their head coach. And it's usually their coach that they get rid of first, and then they trade players, right? They fired Frank Vogel. They just fired Darvin Ham. and now they have a new head coach. So the Lakers have a history of not being patient with coaches, especially when they don't yield their desired results.